All right, it's leg day. There's not much to say. We're just gonna keep this raw. We're gonna get straight to it. So first thing I do starting out is we're gonna foam roll. This is an absolute essential that I do pretty much going into every workout just to release all that tension in my spine, crack my neck, just feel good. I do this before every workout. So nothing special, nothing fancy, just rolling out the back. Again, all the fucking thoracic spine to crack. So we got a pretty thorough warm-up process, as with all my training days. For those of you who follow me, keep up my videos, know that I do a lot of warm-up shit just because when you've been training for as long as I have and have done as much damage to your body as I have, there's just a lot of things that need to be addressed, and we're currently in one of those phases where I'm trying to correct a bunch of issues. So right now for the leg day warm-up, we're going to do some Bulgarian split squat, PNF style, and then we're going to do some dead bugs, some hip thrusts, some side planks, and some SLDL planes, I believe they're called. But we'll head over here and do the Bulgarians. So yeah, we're doing the Bulgarian split squat, PNF style, just basically stretching out that quad, that hip flexor here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this leg back, I'm gonna press it into the pad, and now I'm gonna drive that leg down while still fully pressing this back leg into the pad, pushing the hip forward. I'm gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4, lower, 1, 2, 3, 4, lower, 1, 2, 3, 4, lower again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, he's got a hamstring cramp there. And then I'm gonna do the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we'll do go over here and do actual walking lunges. We'll do 10 steps each leg. And when we're doing that, we still want to focus on, I'm going to focus on keeping that back leg, how it was being driven into that bench. The same concept, we're trying to drive from that back leg into the floor when we're pressing off of these. A lot of people don't like to warm up, like Grant over here. Every time he trains, he just goes right to the workout. It's like, why are you doing all this shit? And then Grant's got a spine that's shaped like the letter S. What do we do now? Oh, now we do a rolling hip bridge into a hip thrust. Let's come right here and do this. This is great. Moms across America. Mothers love this. We're gonna roll the hips up and then roll the spine back down. Put 8 there, and now we're just gonna go into 8 regular ones. Okay. Now we're going to dead bugs. You basically just pull one arm across, the other arm across, one leg across, some shit like that. Now we're going to side planks. We'll do 1 set each side, hold each side for 45 seconds. Now, there's a reasoning behind all of these things, because I know it just seems like a conglomeration of random shit, but these are specifically to address issues that I have and I am dealing with. You know, I have a herniated disc, I have, you know, erector issues, core issues, just imbalances, strength-wise, stability-wise. So a lot of this plays into that in the bigger picture of things. So it's not like you can just take and grab. I don't want you guys to like take and grab things that I'm doing here and be like, oh, I need to do side planks before I warm up for my leg day. Because no, that's probably not something you need to do unless you have the exact same issues that I do. Or maybe it is, I don't know. But don't think that what I'm doing here is what you need to be doing. This is just purely for documentation. So do this 45 seconds on each side. Do the right side. The SLDL airplanes. Okay. Honestly, I suck at these. Practice makes perfect. It's something I just have to continue to get better at. But they're pretty fucking hard. I need something to stabilize myself though. Let's go to the rack. So the goal is to be able to eventually fucking do these without having to hold on to something and just balance myself. Clearly I can't fucking do that yet. Do 5 each side. Hopefully that didn't look too bad. That pretty much concludes the warm-up. Where's my phone? Started the warm-up at 7:35. It's 7:48. The 13-minute warm-up. Just mobility drills and shit. It's a good chunk of time. I'm definitely not someone who ever comes to the gym and is like, yeah, I'm only gonna be at the gym for 45 minutes or an hour. It never happens. They're always here for at least 2 to 3 hours, honestly, but that's how long it takes to get the fucking job done. I can see how you could get a productive workout in 45 minutes, but there's no way you could do what I do in 45 minutes. They're not gonna like that. First movement we're gonna do is adduction with this Arsenal strength machine, which I fucking hate all Arsenal strength with a passion, but Grant says this one's good, so we're gonna give it a try. This is still kind of like a warm-up, honestly. I only do like one moderately hard set on here. It's not like we're doing anything crazy. Just to get the hips open, get, you know, everything mobile, get some blood in the adductors, make sure they're, you know, directly targeted, given some stimulus, but adductors are a strong point for me, so honestly, they don't really need that much work to begin with. But this is something that I've always done for as long as I can remember. At the beginning of my leg days, is I would do adduction to warm up, especially if we're gonna be squatting or anything like that. So if you don't do that, I would highly recommend it because it will help tremendously with your hip mobility if you do these just to warm up adduction and abduction before you go and squat. We need the extra slack here so they don't fucking rip when I do the stretch. The machine's not that bad. It's pretty good. This is the only Arsenal machine that I've ever used that is somewhat acceptable. What's that, 120? We'll go straight to put a 170. So just another 50-pound increase. Because that was still very light. Again, we want to do something moderately heavy for one set, around like 10 to 15 reps. Not anything too crazy though. It's 170. We'll go to 220. This will be the final set here. I feel like barbell squatting today. I haven't barbell squatted in a very, very long time. Just want to sit there and hold that stretch. Just let it tear you open. Just get mobile. 1, 2. Yep. 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 Yeah. Ah. I've had people ask before because I post videos of me doing this machine on TikTok and shit, and people are like, why do you get into the machine like that? And it's to force the stretch. If I just get into the machine like this, where it's comfortable, and I don't have to push it to get in, or like, you know, do it in the way that you guys think is more difficult, which it is more difficult for a reason. But if I just get in like this, you know, now I'm not in a fully stretched position. the weight's gonna hit the rack every time I get to the bottom. I don't want that. I don't want the weight to touch the rack at all. When I'm in my maximally stretched position, I want there to still be resistance there. So in order to do that, I have to set it all the way back and then push it forward to get my leg in, because I'm obviously not mobile enough to even get my leg back there when it's in that all the way in the bottom position. So it's just to keep resistance at the bottom of the movement, essentially. So you got to push it in, push the weight out to get your fucking leg in. I want the stretch. You want the stretch. If you get in like this, there's no stretch. You're just hitting the rack. Or if you're stopping before the weight hits the rack, you're getting even less of a stretch. It's just stupid. Hopefully that cleared that up for some people. Fuck, I forgot about calves. We got to do calves. We're just going to do seated calf raises today because I fucking hate that Arsenal standing calf raise. So this is all we have here is this Panada one. So I'll probably do like 5 or 6 sets here, something like that. I don't know. Let's fill it out. Highly branched cluster dextrin. If you're gonna have carbs intra-workout, highly branched cluster dextrin is your best friend. You can also do dextrose. It's not as good.
Gatorade powder, bro.
Yeah, Gatorade powder is dextrose.
That's my shit.
It's not as good. Highly branched cluster dextrin is better. Don't fucking come in here eating candy and shit like a retard. It's not gonna digest. You know, you're in a fucking flight or fight state. There's PNS and SNS. You're not in a rest and digest state. You sit here and eat candy, you will digest it, but it's gonna take longer, and you're going to be taking blood away from the target muscle, what you're trying to actually focus on, to go into your stomach and focus on digesting. And it's just not going to be what we could say is optimal, right? But really, if you want the glycogen to actually fucking go to use, drink a fucking carb drink intra-workout, and don't bring candy and shit to the gym. If you want to have candy and shit, have it like 20 minutes before you start lifting. But if you're sitting here eating it throughout your sets, it's not fucking doing anything for you. That's 20 reps. Felt sufficient. Obviously, it wasn't a failure, but I think if we just stick here for another like 4 sets, you know, we'll get a pretty good pump. We'll get some good activation there. Good calf activation. And the sets will obviously progressively get harder. So by the time we're at the final set, you know, we'll be hitting pretty much damn near failure, if not complete failure. Or, you know, we're going to push it till we get there. But yeah, we'll just stick with this weight. I was 17. A girl cheated on me, and I fucking sat in my room and drank a bottle of Grey Goose and blasted this song and fucking cried the whole time. I'm doomed now, because every time I hear this song, it's all I can think about. That day. I'm having flashbacks. Honestly, it's like nostalgic. Like those were the better times, you know?
No.
Yeah. What I think about a lot is like, as my life has gotten better on the outside, like from an outside perspective, like you're financially free, like I'm in this position, it seems like your life would get better, but like all I feel like is when I was like broke and like you would think my life was shitty, I'm looking back and I'm like, wow, like my life was fucking awesome back then. And now it's just boring as fuck. I wonder why that is. I think because it's how I am with everything. I think it's the fact that like when you're in the moment of anything, like you just don't appreciate anything at all. You need to be more present, more in tune with it now. But I don't even think it's that. It's just like, you just don't realize shit. Because when you look back and you think of like all like, I don't know, like when I was younger, it's like the things that I like have nostalgia with are like little things. It's like getting off, like I used to not have a car. I used to walk everywhere and take the bus to Pittsburgh and like a job. And I'm like, wow, like that was fucking lit. But at the time I hated it. It was horrible. I was like, this sucks. But like, I'm thinking back, I'm like, yeah, I would ride 45 minutes to go hang out with my friends on a fucking bus in Pittsburgh, which is terrible. But I look back and I'm like, wow, like if I could go back and redo that, I feel like it'd be so fun. But I would never do that now. Why the fuck would I get on a bus? It's crazy how the mind works. Ooh. It's 5 sets. There's 5 sets for calves. I think we'll move on to some hamstring curls now. Nothing fancy. Everybody knows this machine. There's only 3 hand curl variations. This one lying or standing. I like all of them, but I like this Panado one specifically, this seated one. It's pretty good. So we'll do like 2 to 3 actual working sets here. I don't know how many reps. I just have it on 120 pounds, so we'll just see how that feels. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Something you want to do here is you want to stay more forward. That way you can lengthen the hamstring more towards on the eccentric. Oh. 6. Oh, I don't like that. That was, yeah, we're gonna go back down because I don't like doing only 8 reps. This lady was nice enough to let us work in here, so we did the first 2 sets she worked in, but she's done now, so the machine is all ours. So now we're gonna go fucking crazy. Now it's gonna get a little spooky. Rest pause set? Fuck it, why not? Why not? Oh, the volume, the fatigue. Can I recover? I don't know. Let's fucking just do it and find out. How about that? It's like we're strapping in the king of the car. I had to take off. I was gonna lower it, but fuck it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Ah, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 11, 12, 13, 14. Ooh, that was a good one. God damn it. I was gonna do leg extensions, but tables might have turned. We're gonna have to sit and think on this one. Let's see if she does an actual set. She might be one of those 1 sets and go. She's doing a circuit, little circuit blaster. 1 set on every machine. I love those people. In and out. More time for me. After waiting for fucking eternity for this machine, we finally got it. So they got a new leg extension here. It's the only leg extension that I like. It's the Prime cable stack, I guess we fucking can call it. I don't know. This is the one that feels the best to me. It's the one that I like the most, so it's the one that we're rocking with. Probably do like 4 sets here. I don't know. We'll feel it out. Do a little variation that I like. You guys who follow me know what I'm about to do. We're gonna put this seat back. We're gonna lean back with it. We're gonna scoot the hips forward. Get that stretch in the flexors, in the rectus femoris to get it really lengthened. And then we're gonna kick up, try to get our leg off the seat. It's not actually gonna come off the seat, but we're gonna use that mental cue to get the most activation and target the rectus femoris as much as we can. That's that deep line in the middle of your quad that gives you that nasty fucking Tom Platz separation that everybody wants. And this is ultimately the best way and most effective exercise to really target that, truthfully. So that's what I utilize leg extensions for, more so than anything else. Dude, I've had this weird fucking feeling in my knee forever. It's probably because I never train legs. We're gonna have the YouTube videos, and then we're also gonna make uncut director's cut versions because Grant wants to censor everything I have to say, and we'll just sell those straight to consumer. We'll give you DVDs, and you guys can experience the full. You guys get the full Seb experience at home. Not rated, unrated. On Patreon, there will be boobies. They'll be mine. Oh, they don't know about that. We got amputees coming. We got a whole lineup of amputees. We got other stuff that I can't say. It'd be politically incorrect. Whatever that means. Hey, we're just gonna keep it light. Just get the knees feeling right. I'm just gonna stay here, do like 3 more sets, just pumping out, get some blood flowing into the quads. Nothing too damaging. I need to get some tissue work done. If there's anybody in the Freehold, what county do we live in? Monmouth County, New Jersey, somewhere around here. Anybody watching this, if you know somebody who does good deep tissue work, I'm not talking about some lady from the fucking spa that does deep tissue sessions and she's got the fucking strength of a 6-year-old. I'm talking about a man with brute strength that could go in and just take the knots out of my back with his fucking fingers. If anybody knows somebody like that, comment on this video or DM me. Saying for a good chiropractor, somebody who works with actual athletes and bodybuilders, because I need that. I need that badly. And I haven't found anybody here yet. Here's a good learning lesson for the people who don't understand nuance and always want to fucking argue everything. What we call the inbred optimal lifters. That's what we'll call them. Right now, I'm taking a higher volume approach on these leg extensions, right? I'm doing 4 to 5 sets, upwards 10 to 15 reps. They're not to absolute failure. We're getting some metabolic stress work in, I'm feeling the burn, but we're not pushing absolute failure, not getting the most mechanical tension being produced at the end of each set, right? Because that's always the goal. We always want to do low volume, high intensity, get the most mechanical tension in order to produce the most growth. That's not always the case, because right now, as I said, right, my knee is bothering me, my knee hurts. So if I go to a weight that I actually would need to use to do a sufficient set to failure for like 10 reps, it's just gonna aggravate this, right? It's gonna cause more problems, ultimately not gonna be the smartest or most effective way to go about things. So I'm gonna keep things on the lighter end, not push my body to the absolute limits, but we're gonna take a bit shorter rest in between the sets, go some more higher volume, some more additional sets, higher reps, get the blood flowing in there. We're gonna get the same outcome at the end of the whole movement, but it's a different approach, and this is the smarter approach for this specific circumstance. So this is why we cannot emphasize enough, there is not a black and white method of training where it's like, this is the way, anything outside of that is incorrect, because it's just not how it ever works. There is nuance to everything. Everything requires immense amounts of context, and this is just a good example. So thought I'd point that out. Or maybe it's just preference. Maybe I just fucking like doing it this way. Oh. Oh, that feels good. Feels effective. And now do some type of split squats or squatting next. Barbell squat now. If I barbell squat now, I feel like I won't be able to do split squats. Barbell squats, fuck you. If I'm doing barbell squats, we're going to the death. Barbell squats are for the end of a workout. That's how you finish strong like a man. I'm texting Phil. Phil always says, don't text during a workout. Phil's texting me. I don't know what exercise this is. The second movement we're doing for quads, and yes, this is a quad-focused workout. If you're asking why we do all the quad movements at the end of the workouts, because quads are the strongest point of my legs, and they don't need to be prioritized. And also, if I do it in this fashion, I'm able to get a more effective workout overall by building up to the hardest movements at the end. If that makes sense, great. If it doesn't, we're going to move along now with contralaterally held Bulgarian split squats. We're going to start with the 45. We can't go super heavy here to absolute failure, because the priority within this movement is to develop ultimate stability and coordination, right? So we're going to be limited. Our quads are going to be stronger. My quads are going to be stronger than what I'm actually able to press here, but it's going to be limited by my stability. So until my stability catches up and I can perfect this movement and adequately load it, it's kind of more of a practicing thing. And these people don't understand that these parts of training are essential in order to become an advanced trainee, so to say. And again, this is one of the issues that I've been dealing with, so that's why this is integrated in here. But this is also something that you should be doing if you're a beginner. A lot of people like to throw shade at all the fucking movements that require stability. It's like, oh, you're gonna be limited by stability and all that shit. And it's like, in the beginning, sure. But like, once you perfect the movement and get better at it, it's not gonna really be a limiting factor. People make it out to be much more of a problem than it really is, especially when you're not that fucking strong and can not even squat 405 pounds. Like, I don't know, people. That's enough of that. I'm gonna start with this leg now because that one just started burning from being up there. Talk too much. I'll probably do like 3 or 4 sets here, working up in weight to what's comfortable, what we can get adequate stimulus from. But again, it's not going to be anything crazy, an absolute failure. We're practicing the movement to get better at it, to eventually be able to get to that point where we can heavily load this and actually get the much more out of our quads than we're getting here now. I think we're just going to stay there. Maybe work up in reps, because obviously as the sets go on, I'm going to become more comfortable. It's going to become more fluent. It's going to feel smoother as we go on here. So I'll just stick with this. Probably get, maybe upwards of like 15 reps as we go up. I don't know. Feel it out. It's all about feeling it out. It's the biggest aspect, most important aspect of training, really. It's something that you get better at as you become more experienced, but feeling it out, using intuition, listening to your body. It will take you much further than anything else. Well, I guess it's not always true. Intuition is the most important aspect, but maybe not. Definitely not if you're a beginner. If you're like under like 5 years of training, probably not, because your intuition doesn't really mean anything. You don't have intuition, you just have ego. At that point, you're probably gonna get the most out of just following a basic program, sticking to the basic principles, progressively overloading, focusing on all that shit. But as you get more experience, you get intuition, and you shouldn't ever disregard that intuition. It's very important. It's gonna get you to that next level. You can't always just follow what's on paper. Especially, as I said, like when you become more experienced, you know whether or not something's feeling good or not. You know if you're doing too much or too little. You know when to call it a day. You know when to push yourself harder. You know when to do a higher volume versus low volume approach, whether it's for the whole workout or just one movement. So just don't disregard that intuition once you have it, because it is important. Okay. Oh, shit. Okay. One more set here. I think we'll bump the weight up a little bit. I'll go to like 55s, 60s. And that'll be a little bit more challenging, but we'll get a decent set out of it for both legs. And then after that, we'll wrap up the workout with some good old barbell squats. Revisit the barbell squat, my old friend. Wonder what we'll work up to. I can't let my ego get ahead of me. That always happens. That always happens. It's like, what's the point of barbell squatting if you're not going to put fucking 4 plates on? This song like makes you want to fucking just jump off a bridge. The song's about dying. Oh, he shut it off. See, he didn't like the vibe. Oh my God, not this. No. No! Drake needs to be cut off. It's over. His music progressively went downhill. Like, it's never gotten better. It has progressively gotten worse. Kodak could write this. Tea time, tea time, tea time. Scared of the 6. Ismo got 6. If that just doesn't fucking get you ready for a set, I don't know what will. That shit just gets me fucking going. This is my spirit animal. Lucifer. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 15. Don't worry. Take my little 3-minute rest. If I hear fucking Drake, Future, Migos, or fucking Pop Smoke one more time, I'm gonna fucking have a stroke. Will you spot me? All right, it's time for the best part of the workout. We always gotta save the best for last. High bar barbell squats, which is the only way you should squat if you want big quads. That's why we're gonna do it. I have my squat shoes here. I don't know if I use those though. Maybe I'll just do it in the flat shoes. Probably should use the squat shoes. See, what this does is it gives you a little bit of heel elevation. That way you can get more depth, and you also can look taller than your girlfriend. What is that, emasculating man? Oh. This is gonna be fun. I need water. You know what's not fun? Rubber plates. Oh, my medius feels that. If you're from TikTok, there's something that you thoroughly need to understand. When I post videos, they're for education and informative purposes, right? I have a point to make. There's something to be addressed. I made the point. It's over. It's not an open discussion where you get to comment and be like, well, I disagree with that. Because all that's going to happen is you're going to get fucking blocked. There's no time for me to communicate and explain to you why I said something in thorough detail through a fucking comment section and go back and forth. You're either competent enough to understand it or you're not. And if you're not, go fuck yourself. I mean, there's nothing else to it. And then you're not going to make 10 different accounts to come back on the post and be like, hey, why'd you block me? Because the minute I see that, you know what I'm going to do? Is just block that account too. I don't know what you guys think this is, but it's not happening. If you don't like the content, if you don't agree with it, just scroll along. I'm not going to sit there and have an open fucking discussion with some guy with no profile picture that lives in his mother's basement. Get real. My knees are just fucked. I need some tissue work. It's been bothering me for a while now. Oh, everything just went fucking right for a second. Remember that flash? You get up, the head, feel lightheaded. I had to take a nap after this. The truth is, I should have been fucking Mr. Olympia. Yep. Okay. Holy shit. That's how you know I haven't done that for a long time. My shoulder's cramping, my hips feel tight, my lower back is shot. I think honestly we'll just stay there and just do like an AMRAP. Oh, that's set there. Could be good. So if I go heavier, something's probably gonna get tweaked, honestly. It's been way too long since I've done these. Ready to go.
Wait, talk about squat itself.
It's your set. Ah, all right. Fine. I know it's easy. But is it? Oh, wow. I haven't felt that weak since I was 16. I could have shot my hips back, but then at that point, there's so much risk for my spine. It's like the session's over. So it's not worth it. I would just leave it there. Had a clean 8, probably won't barbell squat again for a year. And by then, maybe it'll be 225. Ah, I can't even hear you. Everything's ringing. I mean, as long as I can hack squat 7 plates on the Cybex, that's all that matters.
Yeah, fuck it.
Whoa! I just like picture like fucking Melfi twerking, throwing it back on Kodak, and I hear the song. It's like, if somebody can generate an AI movie of Kodak, actually that's fucking, don't do that. Somebody create a cat porno of my cats for me, please. It's soft porn. They're just twerking. Somebody would get off to that. There's probably some sick fuck that would get off to it. Can't post my cats anymore. It's like people posting their kids. Can't post my cats. Some fucking weirdos. Collecting pictures of Melfi and Gizmo. Just like, fuck yeah. Fucking Gizmo's paws. Should we go in the pose room? Oh, I'm so fucking soaked. All right. Post leg day. Arm pump. That pretty much wraps up today's quad focus leg workout. I'm gonna go home, eat my post-workout meal, maybe take a nap, eat again, take a longer nap, wake up, do cardio, repeat. So if you guys like the video, make sure you like it, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. We gotta get the subscribers up, and leave a comment if you wish, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in.